la la. Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. Fa la 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 la. Fa la 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 fa la 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 la. Fa la 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 la.
Hey homies! Welcome to Spooktacular October! So, today's movie is obviously the Addams Family from 1991, homies! So, check it out. This movie was directed by Barry Sonnenfeld, starring Raul Julia as Gomez Addams, Angelica Huston as Morticia Addams, Christopher Lloyd as Uncle Fester, Christina Ricci as Wednesday Addams, Jimmy Workman as Pugsley Addams, and then with Dan Hedaya as Tully Afford, and Elizabeth Wilson as Abigail Craven. And the soundtrack was composed by Mark Shaman. So anyway, check it out. So this is a classic from 1991. It stars, obviously, like I said, Raul Julia, or Julia, you know, the late great. And it centers around the Addams Family from the old shows back in the day, you know. And I know that they're still working with things to this day with that, you know, property. It's a pretty popular one, you know. So, I mean, them and the Monsters, man. Classic, old school, spooky, ooky kind of stuff. You know what I mean, homies? So, this movie is awesome, homes. Because, like, you know, it's a story about, you know, a strange family, you know, along with, you know, a little deranged sentiments from the Addams Family. They're a little different than anybody else, you know. But you got this lawyer who's trying to steal all of Gomez's money, but he can't figure it out. But he's got a bookie who's trying to get him, right? So that's Abigail Craven, and along with her son, who turns out to be Uncle Fester later on. Spoiler alert. You know, she uses him as her muscle, homes, but the lawyer's like, hey, you look like Uncle Fester, man, so you could probably scoot right into this family and you know, kind of take over, you know, and then you would have a way in to get the money, and then, you know, they wouldn't see it till it was too late, you know, they wouldn't see it coming. So, you know, Gomez believes that this is his brother, but as time goes on and there's, you know, things that Uncle Fester should be remembering, he's not, you know. So it makes Gomez suspicious, you know, up until the climax when, you know, Uncle Fester starts actually enjoying being around this family and stuff, and he's feeling a sense of kinship. But then there's a twist of, you know, they use his likeness and a previous feud to actually kick the Addams Family out of their house, and then they have to find a way back in and get Uncle Fester to remember who he really is. So anyway, some of the best things about this movie are the amazing soundtrack, the sound composition. You know, it's very orchestral. You know, there's even scenes where Lurch, who's also part of the Addams Family, he's like their doorman. It's one of the very few scares in the movie, in my opinion. It's a jump scare, but it's really cool because it starts with this big organ sound, and it just catches you off guard if you're just kind of slightly not paying attention. And then he just gets into some, you know, classical music along with the orchestral soundtracks in the back. Another thing that I really like about this movie, and I actually had the pleasure to talk to a friend about it last night, is one of my favorite scenes is when you're being introduced to Morticia Addams, and it's in the dark room. This woman is pale white, you know, as white as a sheet of paper, and she's laying in bed. She's got dark black hair. She's wearing a dark black dress, and there's just a line of light that's right across her eyes. That's such a brilliant shot. And then they mirror it with Gomez, who's, you know, in a tux. He's got the really nice slick hair, you know, and he's got just a ray of light right across the eyes. Always thought that was a really awesome touch, you know. But anyway, so this is my movie summary and you know, review for the Addams Family. It's a great movie, just amazing. I mean, there is a little bit of cheesy rap because it was the 90s, you know, and every movie had to have a really weird cheesy rap song in it, you know. So it goes without saying, but like, you know, like as far as scenes are concerned, set construction is amazing. The house, it looks real, looks lived in, looks haunted, Holmes. And even like the cars, you know, like their old sedan that they drive around in, and even was it Cousin It's little tiny 3-wheel car that pops open. It's real cool little details like that, you know. Definitely sets this movie apart, you know. And it's got a great cast. Like I said, it's got Christina Ricci, Angelica Huston, and Raul Julia, and Christopher Lloyd, you know. That dude's legendary, you know. And he's just such a great actor, you know. And he definitely pulls off a great Uncle Fester, you know. And one of my favorite little gags is at the end when he puts the light bulb in his mouth and it lights up. This is great stuff like that, you know. But anyway, this has been my little rant for today, talking about this great movie. I hope you guys have a great October starting out, you know. First day of October, first Friday of October. I'm going to try to do, for all the movies I do for this month, are going to be along the lines of, like, you know, doesn't necessarily have to be a scary movie, but like, you know, spooky, kooky maybe, you know. But we'll keep on going through it, you know, because there's a lot of cool movies for me to talk about, you know. So stay tuned for these Fridays and stuff. They might come out later in the day like this one is, but, you know, hang in there with me, homies. And we'll have another Motorcycle Monday coming up. It's going to be the second part for the mounting the tire for my bike. And then we're going to have to break it down into another video later down the weeks for the actual mounting it back on the bike, because it's a long process, Holmes. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in, and I was watching Firme, and don't forget to check out those links at the bottom of my video in the descriptions, okay? I was watching, homies. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe, and you know, share with your friends, because sharing is caring. Firme, Holmes. Yeah.